It's time
I'm in your
to
walls.
cry. Also, hello, Rin. You
Hello.
weirdo.
But I'm your little weirdo.
That's true. I'm gonna get like I don't know if I want one of those like baby backpacks so that I could just carry you on my like chest all the time,
God, I love
or
that.
one of those cat like terrarium backpacks.
You just get like a baby Bjorn, but or the cat terrarium's nice because then I get a little
Right?
window and I'm protected from the stinky air.
Hello, this is fucking Parasite Eve.
Wait, we're
The
fucking it?
no, there's
Damn, not the scene.
um, this is the finale. We were supposed to finish this the other day, but I lied. And by I lied, I mean I forgot that Rin was streaming.
I love
So
menus.
here's what's gonna go down. I do not know the intended level. Oh, you're right, Shuttershock. I don't know what the intended level for this boss fight is. I had a level 99 save. I know where it went. But regardless, we have a level 29 save and a level 51 save. Let's hope that's enough.
But is it enough?
I haven't seen the Barbie movie, so your references die.
I'm so sad. It's actually so good.
I saw a 95.
Yeah,
That's a
that's what I thought
95,
too.
but it doesn't have the good gear, unfortunately. All right,
Damn. How did you
so
grind?
let's go through the inventory. We have a lot of revives. Actually, let's just sort this really quick. Can we? Where's the sort function? Oh, it's
So
here.
what between all the different medicines? Like, are they different flavors?
Um, yeah. So medicine 3 is like artificial
Lemon
grape,
grape?
and then medicine 4, like you ever had that pink antibiotic for like strep throat? It tasted weirdly
Sorry.
good.
What is it? Bubblegum flavor. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's what medicine 4 tastes like.
You should. I'm gonna chug it.
Also, off topic note, I have a lot of patients who take oral sulfate morphine, and they always complain that it tastes like crap. To which I always say, could you imagine if it tasted good? We already have an epidemic. Let's not keep it going.
My god.
We are not talking about Pepto-Bismol. So we
My
have a
god.
lot of medicine 3s. We have a lot of medicine 4s. We have a lot of full covers. We have
They're
some
medicine
cure
five.
C, D, and M. This is for blind. This is for confusion. And this is for stiffness. We have some auto revive items.
I
We
thought Cure
have...
D would be something else.
I need my spray bottle. Hold on.
So have you
Anyway,
seen some of those animals?
have I seen what?
Have you seen some of those animals, like that gator?
Do I need the spray bottle? That's really weird. The thing didn't save. I have a new meme for my my soundboard thing that I don't use. We'll use it at the end. This is the Chrysler key. This will let us skip the awful bonus dungeon that is only made... Okay, it would be like top 5 if not for Dot Hack Quarantine's bonus dungeon. Rin, have you done Dot Hack Quarantine's bonus dungeon?
I don't remember it because I have memory loss from back when I actually played through the series.
Okay. Do you know how long some of the dungeons in Dot Hack Quarantine are?
Oh god, yeah, those are so long.
So like there's a dungeon that's like 10 floors and all of the floors are ginormous. The bonus dungeon is 100 floors.
Oh god.
Each floor takes like 15 minutes on speed boost because that game is slow. Also, there are data bugs, so you have to worry about your infection rate.
Hey.
This is Club 1 because I don't have Club 2. 4344. This is CR Vest because, for those of you who didn't know, when you use Parasite powers, your PE gauge on the bottom right will be covered up by Rin. I don't care. There's a Parasite gauge at the bottom right. Can it show up here? No? Okay. Each time you use a power, it uses more PE gauge. The more you use your PE gauge, the slower it starts to fill up Parasite energy? Yes?
Am I covering the P gauge?
Yes, you're covering the P gauge.
Frick yeah!
If you switch armor, inexplicably, it just makes it go recharge faster for some reason. We have 700 bullets, way more than we need. And we also have maybe overkill? I was trying to look up some guides because I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do this in my one EX playthrough. And then I was reading every person complaining on every GameFAQ wiki 25 years ago. And they were like, yeah, you're supposed to be on like EX +7, by the way.
Oh
So
God.
I don't remember what gun this is. It's engraved, hence the name. But it's got some bonuses. Yeah,
It's your special gun.
Vast name. And then we have really good armor, making us immune to blind, poison, and stun. It also has auto cure use, auto medicine use, decreases the amount of parasite power shit takes. Thank you for the hydrate, Lionheart. That name sounds familiar.
It's strange.
Yeah. And then we also have increases item capacity, whatever, that doesn't matter. We are level 29, which means our powers are useless, really useless, pretty useless.
What's the thing about the reducing stiffness? Because I feel like that's like a bad thing.
Oh, so paralyzed is a status ailment? Yeah.
Oh, paralyzed. Got it.
Dude, I really need a spray bottle. Medic is really good. Barrier is pretty okay. Energy shot was good at some point 80 hours ago. Scan is okay. Slow is all right. Haste is really good. However, the problem with haste is every time the phase changes on a boss, we lose haste. Confuse is kind of useless. Gene Heal might be okay. I would really like if we had pre-raise, but we don't. So we have like 9 revives. Let's hope this is enough. If this isn't enough, somehow, I'm gonna load the save where we're like level 50. You unlock all of the spells by level 50. So, yeah. Also, we're supposed to go in there and we're supposed to save. Totally not Barrett's, totally not Marlene. But fuck that. We're leaving.
Lost it all?
I mean, we already did it. This is New Game +3. There's a dead guy.
God.
And I think his name's Wayne or something.
Looks like beef jerky.
Oh, yeah, no, that guy's dead as fuck. You know, the mitochondria made a lot of energy and he died. But somehow fire can put out that heat? I don't fucking know. We're going to the Chrysler building. So the Chrysler building is 78 floors or something like that. Every 10 floors, there is a boss. When you defeat that boss on the 10th floor, you get a key. However, all of the enemies cease to exist on those 10 floors. Your keys and progress through Chrysler Tower carry over on saves. So if you did the entire Chrysler Tower like somebody, that means you cannot grind efficiently on future playthroughs.
Why? What the fuck?
But don't worry, like 90% of the bosses are just retextures anyway. There's like, oh no, it's dog enemy, but gold this time. There's also some cool stuff in here.
RPGs in general?
Well, yeah, but
They
you know.
just get cooler colors.
Slime, but green.
See?
So we're just gonna skip all of it. I did like fucking 8 floors on episode 3. This is episode 5 now. I did like 8 floors, and it sucked. Because it's a fucking randomly generated maze each time.
Random generated mazes are my worst enemy because I always get lost.
Well, don't worry.
Always.
Let me tell you about a cool video game that's coming out called Starfield.
Oh no!
Like 90% of that game is pre-generated.
Thought I saw, like, isn't it just like the same NPC outside the same base, in the exact same position, over and over?
Probably. By the way, this music's sick. Like the entire rest of the game. I'm going to choose to make the mistake of respecting that game anyway, because in a futuristic sci-fi setting, A, there are only humans. B, somehow, hundreds of years after the fact, there is still a World War I 1911 that you can get as a weapon.
What the fuck?
The 1911 handgun looks pretty, but it has not been the standard since like the 30s, arguably. I mean, it looks good. Everybody loves the fucking 1911. I mean, all of the Resident Evil Samurai Edges, those are just 1911s. They also have a Dragunov. Oh, great. Why a Dragunov? The Dragunov isn't even like fucking cool looking. Go for like a WA 2000 or something. Or even the fucking Arctic Warfare Precision or whatever it's called. The AWP. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. It's been literally like 3 months since I've done this. Going through this entire like 70 floor dungeon twice because I fucked up my save, and also like playing through the game to get like all of the upgrades and figuring out cheats and figuring out how to not corrupt my save and all that really burnt me the hell out. So
I don't know how you do it.
Good question.
I'm already lost.
It's the self-hatred, maybe. I mean, I cheated. Don't get me wrong. I used cheats because I respect my time more than I used to.
It's growth.
Like, I played through SMT3 for the first time relatively recently.
Like the OG or
HD, but yeah. You know what? That game is like fucking amazing. Except
my childhood.
It's weird because you need to play it on PC and you need to install Cheat Engine and you need to hook Cheat Engine up to SMT3 and then you need to turn speed hacks on 3. Then, oh my god, that game is perfect.
I think we need to go buy another copy for my mental health.
It's good. Like every time I go into GameStop here, which is like once a year maybe, there's this copy that has like a gajillion marked down price stickers. And it's like...
I bought it on Switch at launch.
I bought it on PC a little after launch. I also own it on PS3.
I have the like OG of PS2, and I know I played it when I was younger, but like I don't want to go back to that version. That special form of hell and suffering.
I think back on my first playthroughs of SMT games and feel like the dumbest motherfucker. When I first played through P3, like 15 years ago, I had Power, you know, the demon, and I taught him every level 1 spell. Like, he knew Agi, Zan, Bufu, and Zio. He knew everything. Because I was like, well, what's the most efficient way to kill an enemy? Knock everybody down. Ah, damn it. knock everybody down, and then spam all-out attacks.
Played 2. Is that not how you're supposed to play?
Well, you see, when Power is level 50, and he learns his last ability at like level 20 fucking 7, and you're still
Oh.
using level 1 Zeo, that's a problem.
But he's like pure power.
Well, yeah, but he also has a shit magic stat.
Yeah, but power. The dude is pure power.
True. And then also, when I played SMT4, I didn't understand how fusion worked until I started doing what is now my favorite way to play SMT games, watching people do low-level hard type runs. And I made a Norn that was like a piece of shit and still got fucking one shot in every encounter in the ending of Persona or in SMT4. And then fucking swore off that franchise because the chaos or law endings of SMT4 are the worst.
I only finished one playthrough of SMP4, and you can probably guess what ending I got. The worst fucking ending.
Well,
I never had the heart to go back in.
That's my problem with like SMT4 and Persona. It's like, oh man, these games are really good, but you know what I don't want to do? I don't want to play a video game with a guide open next to me, especially a mobile game.
Shit going on.
Oh my fucking god. I'm so lost.
I don't think I'm lost too.
And to get like the best ending in SMT4 or get all of the fucking social links up to max, you need a fucking guide. And you need to also save scum fucking great status because fuck you.
At least for 5, they took notes from that, and there like basically is no story. You're just fucking shit up and going on adventure.
Yeah. And then you pretend to care about the story. All right, cool. This is where you're supposed to fight the floor 70 boss and get the key. That took us fucking 20 minutes. What was I gonna say? It sucks because like the second you're like, I'm gonna stop holding triangle and pay attention to the story of 5, it's like, oh yeah, let's go make the child abusers and sex traffickers apologize. Not call the cops. Make them apologize.
Because I like that one character's little sister's design a lot, and she just exists.
Oh,
like,
Makoto or whatever?
I think so, but like with the little scarf and everything. But like she just doesn't do anything. She just kind of like was there.
Nobody in that fucking game series does anything. Like I started Persona 5 and it's like, oh wow, here's blonde Junpei with less story than Junpei. Here's fucking here's Mitsuru with less story than Mitsuru. Here's the same characters. Oh look, they made Yukari blonde in this one and gave her a cat suit. That won't fix her character. By the way, these rooms are just filled with goop. That's it.
Yeah, I want to lick it. It looks like they're like caramel sauce.
You ever see End of Evangelion?
I know I did a long time ago, but I do not remember.
All right. Huge spoilers for End of Evangelion. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. So there's this effectively in universe, it's womb juice called LCL. And there's a part in End of Evangelion where everyone turns into womb juice, except the womb juice is orange. And you know what else was coming out in the 90s and was also an orange drink?
Sunny D?
No.
I see.
No.
Fruitopia?
No, I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's like this weird fruit drink that was like popular in the 90s.
I mean, there was fucking, what's that shit called? The purple ketchup?
Oh, they actually brought that back. For
Disgusting.
Delicious.
So, weird fucking poll. This is Tang. I think there was a monkey along with the
Yeah.
advertising for this, but it's just an orange drink, and it was popular at the time the end of Evangelion came out. So everyone just calls the womb juice Tang.
Is it not Tang? Is it not orange flavored?
Oh no, it's orange flavored, but the womb juice is womb juice from a mother's womb because the entirety of that the entirety of that series is just like period trauma. Um,
Wait, I have a
growing up,
question.
what?
If I get pregnant, will I be full of orange Tang? So I can save money on my Tang fund?
Rin, I love you. You know that, right?
I'm
For
taking
your
important lessons
sake
from this.
and the sake of the human society, don't have kids.
Don't forget to spay and neuter.
No, no, fucking. I had a partner. Okay, so really quick story. Growing up, I did not have many friends. I didn't go out and hang out with people. I had like one friend in elementary school, and I had one friend in high school, and I hardly hung out with either of them. When I had a significant other, I literally kept them as far away from my parents as I could. So when I had a significant other that I was like, engaged to, the same one that I moved to Australia for, my parents pulled them aside and said, listen, if you guys have children, adopt them. Do not let Azzy reproduce.
Oh my god.
Which, to be fair, they were saying that because, like, my mom is like Rin, but beta version. I always tell her she should not be alive. She is weak and should not have survived the winter. The fact that she is like basically throughout the entirety of my high school experience, I was preparing myself for my mother's eventual death every year. Because every year doctors would be like, "Yeah, your mom's not going to make it to next year. Say your goodbyes now." And then magically she would make it.
It
Every
happened to
single
me in high
fucking
school
year.
too. Except it was for me dying.
Well, yeah. That's why I said my mom is like you. Including what is it? MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome. Yeah. Um so when I moved out of state a week before I turned 18, I came to terms that I was never seeing my mother again. And then I moved to New Jersey, and then I came back and saw my mother again.
You survived New Jersey?
Somehow.
I
Better
actually
than
live in New
Indiana,
Jersey currently.
surprisingly. When I went to Australia, I came to terms that I would never see my mother again. And then I got cheated on, deported, and then saw my mother again. Long story short, my mom, I affectionately refer to my mom from 20, no, my mom from 2009 to 2020, I refer to her as her power lich phase
Oh my
because
god.
there was a point where she was 80 fucking pounds. She looked like a fucking skeleton. And also she was like batshit insane, telling me to like go Minecraft myself into a Roblox, etc.,
Oh my
etc.
god.
So my mom, in the peak of her super villain power lich phase, told my partner that. So that's the context. Don't
I
know if
mean,
that's because she was like, "Oh yeah, no, don't have kids because Azzy might die like at 40 or something."
mean, I got told that I can't have kids or I'm like probably gonna die in the process. So,
I was just explaining the lore of Clannad to a friend of mine.
it's just that's my life story.
Rin, if you want kids, do what I'm doing. Just adopt.
Oh no, I was gonna say like I'm
All right.
expecting you to put me in a car ride, and I'm gonna wake up. All of a sudden, my balls are gone.
You ever watch iRobot?
I actually haven't.
Oh man. There's this
Do they
scene at
take
the
the balls?
end where this guy like drives out in the middle of nowhere and lets the child robot out and then leaves the child.
God.
That shit traumatized me so bad. One more story before we go upstairs. Um, my parents are fun. My parents are great people. My parents are stand up, well meaning parents who have never. Was it AI? I don't remember. Oh, wait. No. What? I think it was the one with. Oh, I'm confusing Robot with Will Smith and AI.
I was gonna say like, is iRobot the one with Will Smith?
iRobot's the one with Will Smith. There's another one that's like about a realistic child. My parents are great people. Never made a mistake in their life, according to them, anyway. Um,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Uh, and so when I was a kid, because I was like, a kid, an unruly child, undisciplined, etc. Whenever I would misbehave, my parents would look at me and say, "You guys better act up, like start behaving, or I will like take you to the orphanage down the road." And there was a few points in time where my parents would pull me by my hair down the road, acting like I was being taken to an orphanage.
My God.
So I was terrified of my neighbors until I was 15. And they were like, "Why would you think we're an orphanage? We're just old." And then when that didn't work, they were like, "Oh, well, we'll lock you in a mental asylum."
Oh my God. That's
And then
even harder.
eventually, yeah, and then eventually that stopped working. And by stopped working, I mean they did it, and then bad shit happened, and they let me out. My parents are fun. I love them.
I know that you replaced my parents, but can I replace yours?
Oh, I mean, no, I love my parents now. Like, the weird part about working with like dementia people who are dying is like I got to see a lot of my mother in those people, and I like started to realize that my mom is not her illness, and the mom that would be like super loving and doting and all that stuff was still in there. And then he tried to stab my dad. So my this was in like 2020. So my older brother came up. My twin came up. My twin is like self ousted from the family. Basically, whenever it's like, "Hey, it's Christmas time. You want to come over?" My twin's like, "You're all abusive towards me. I would
Wait.
never."
Is your twin the guy that has the same birthday as you? By some coincidence.
Not guy, but yeah.
Ah,
But even my twin came up, and my sister was up, and we all made this like decision. We're like, "All right, mom needs fucking help." Because my dad, all right, so basically, here's how it worked. I have a twin, an older brother, and a little sister. My older brother, um, got a car and basically got out of there at like 16. My twin took as much from me as they could, including the option for one of us to get a driver's license, got a driver's license, and also hung out at friends' houses literally every weekend. I had no friends, and so who got to deal with my mom being literally insane? Me.
as a treat.
So I got to deal with my mom's brunt the worst.
It like
Um,
prepared you for your future career.
literally. And then when I was moving out, I was like 2 weeks away from 18, and I like pulled my little sister aside, And of course, she was the apple of my mom's eye. My mom said a lot of really fucked up shit to me that I'm not going to get into. But I pulled my sister aside and I said, hey, I have been doing my best to protect you from everything. I do all of the chores around here. I deal with mom when she's not great and trying to kill people. I deal with all of that myself. When I leave, no one else will do it but you. So you need to steel yourself. And of course, because she was 12, she was like, fuck off. You're just calling me lazy and blah 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 blah. Um
You're a good big sister.
about a month, no, like 4 months after I moved out, I called my sister and talked to her and she bawled for like 7 hours saying, "I'm sorry for not believing you." It
Oh
was
my
really
god.
funny. There's another story amongst that's I should tell at some point, but once my sister turned 18 and moved out, it was just my mom and my dad. My mom can't work because she's sick. My dad had to work a full-time job. But what would happen is my mom, being literally crazy, would wake him. He would like, okay, I worked until 7 p.m. I dealt with my wife until midnight. I have to go to bed and wake up at 6 a.m. And then she would wake him up at 3 a.m. Screaming about some shit. And he dealt with this for like 3 years until eventually her illness got to the point where she was trying to legitimately kill my dad
My god.
with a knife. Like he woke up and she was just chilling with a knife in her hand while he was sleeping. Um, and she started saying a bunch of crazy shit like, "Oh, you're stealing my computer. You're bugging my computer. You stole and hid my wedding ring for literally no reason." And she would like hide shit. She's like, "Oh, well, I need to know where this is. I need to hide this so no one steals it." And then my mom goes, "Where's that thing that I hid?" "Oh, I don't remember that I hid it. It must be someone stealing from me." Literally
God.
crazy. So after she tried to kill my dad, we all like met up and decided enough's enough. So my older brother stayed with my dad and my mom, and then she tried to do it to him.
Oh
And then
god.
we really said, all right, fine. And we like sent her to the hospital. And she spent a month and a half in a mental asylum, basically.
A little vacation.
And basically, she was like, because I don't know if you've ever been to a mental asylum, willingly or not, necessarily or not, but there is a lot of not great feelings towards the people who put you there.
Yeah.
So I got to listen to my mom like complain about my dad, demonize my dad constantly. It was really funny. And then she got released from the hospital and she was fine.
Was she fine?
I mean, like, she gained like 40 pounds and
Holy
acted
shit.
like my mom did when I was 8, where she's like all about hugging you, kissing you on the cheek, asking you to hang
What?
out, talk for hours. All the things she says are nice and wonderful. And it was like the most jarring thing ever. And I realized, I'm like, oh, you died for me. You died when I was 13. And now you're not dead anymore. That's weird.
She got razzed.
Basically, it was genuinely super fucked up. Uh, so basically, my mom has like a gorillion illnesses. Um, Rin likes to copy, obviously. But one of the doctors, when she was initially getting sick, said, "Yeah, you're crazy." And of course, my mom, having so many physical symptoms, said, "The fuck? Me being crazy does not give me seizures." does not make me bite my tongue off, which she did. That was fun. Um, fuck you to the doctor. So every single doctor that said anything about her being mentally ill was immediately thrown away because she was having a bunch of physical issues that we were trying to solve. And we all just assumed that,
Back when I was getting seen.
yeah. So we all just assumed that my mom was just a fucking bitch. Like, my mom would sit me down and say, like, hey, you should kill yourself. Like, genuinely. I don't think that your life is worth living. You're not gonna go anywhere. You're good for nothing. You should kill yourself. Which is weird because there was a kid in my town with the exact same last name as me who was best friends with my older brother. And when I was in 7th grade, he killed himself.
Oh God.
So not only did I get everyone in town going, oh, are you related to that kid who killed himself? But I also had my mom going like, you should be like him and kill yourself.
My mom was like that too, but
Well,
empowered by
your
spite.
mom is worse than mine. Full stop.
We got special moms.
That's for sure.
That's why you're my new mom.
So, and my dad's just like, a product of his time. He's a old, emotionless asshole who doesn't know how to deal with his anger, but will give you a hug if you need it.
Aw,
And like
like I love
90%,
him.
90% of the reason why he's the way he is because his dad was a genuine, like, hyper racist. Like, I always like to make jokes because my partner is black. I always love to make jokes that I wish he was alive so I could introduce my partner to him so that he could fucking have a heart attack in front of me.
Oh my God.
And then his mom was not around and then had a stroke when she was like 40 and then like changed drastically. So he just like did a bunch of dumb shit on his own and like basically had to fend for himself.
Was it like a good drastic change?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh no.
Like, not as bad as my mom's change, but almost. Um, but my parents did a lot of fucked up shit, like the hair dragging to the orphanage. But a lot of growing up involves you realizing that your parents were like 20 fucking 8 when they had you, and they're fucking stupid. And they do fucked up shit. It's still like traumatic and hard to work through, but like I don't blame them for a lot of it. Some of it I'm like, "Hey, I'm literally traumatized from eating from eating cake anymore. What the fuck?"
But you also can't eat cake?
I have the cake trauma.
Oh God.
Um but like, I've like gotten over it and I have like a semi pretty all right relationship with my parents now. And most of it is because my mom like returned from the dead. It's super fucking weird. And
Necromancy.
yeah. And then me and my little sister have such a fun relationship. I'm going to put on like a little bit of music just so we can talk about this a little. Um so my little sister and I music. Both my little sister and I dealt with the like worst of my mom, except when I left and my twin left, my little sister was it. And she also had to deal with my dad being a little asshole sometimes too. So she dealt with it for less time, but she had it bad. Like we both are like, yeah, no, fuck this. So me and my little sister super fucking close. So whenever we talk, we're the worst human beings ever. Like, if somebody overheard our conversations, they would call the police for hate crimes.
Oh my god.
So when I introduced my partner to my fucking little sister, I forgot. I forgot the type of relationship I have with my little sister.
Oh no.
The type of relationship I have with my little sister is like, I'll be like, hey, still not aborted, huh? How's that going for you? And she's like, fucking awful. Still haven't done as mom asked, huh? Always a disappointment, I guess. And we just like say the most horrible shit to each other. But it's all for jokes. It's all for fun. Because like we both know that like, God, my mom was fucking crazy. And like the two of us, strangely enough, even though we got the brunt of the crazy, we like accepted her a lot quicker than anyone else. Like my twin, the biggest issue with them is they're like, oh yeah, remember when dad didn't pay for me to do this thing? He's such an abusive prick. I'm like, dude, who fucking cares? It was like fucking 20 years ago.
I mean, I'm kind of a bitter person. I like don't let go of things, even they were like 20 years ago.
Well, no, but it's like a lot of it's like stupid. So, for example, my favorite story of my twin. My twin found. Okay. Does anybody in the chat know what Zima is?
It sounds so familiar, but I don't think
Zima
I
is
can't
a
remember.
shitty fucking wine cooler from the 90s. My parents had a shit ton of Zima from the 90s because, you know, they used to have friends,
Like
as
the
you do.
wine itself, or
No,
like
no, no.
oh,
It's like a cooler. It's like a malt beverage. It's like a beer, but not
oh,
crap. My parents had a shit ton of it back in the day because they used to like, you know, have campfires a decade ago, or have campfires in their like 20s and shit. So my twin, looking through the basement of our house, was like, oh look at all this alcohol. I'm gonna take this alcohol, load it up in a bag, take it to a friend's house. A few problems with that.
oh no.
To go to the friend's house, they had to go to school and then go home with them. The alcohol was 20 plus years old,
Well, no, that just means like it's
expired,
extra flavored.
and literally covered in rust on the metal bottle caps. But that's
Wait,
not, huh?
did I ever tell you my ACT story?
No. You can do it after this. Um, Also, for everybody in chat, this is why me and Ren are starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Um, this isn't even the length of the stupidity of my twin. All of that, incredibly stupid. If they had drank any of that alcohol, they would have like had to go into the hospital. Not for alcohol poisoning, but for fucking food poisoning. Because it's beyond expired. No.
Wait, you're supposed to go to the hospital if you have that will have expired. Why
Well,
is
it
this
depends on how
different?
expired it is. I mean, this is like 25 years old. You eat
20
a
years is like
fucking expired piece of bread, that's different than this.
20 years expired. That's like rookie numbers.
Listen. I mean, shout out to those people who are like, yeah, I found this MRE from World War One. Let's have a taste. Like, fuck those people. Jesus Christ. You
I'm
okay?
sorry, you Azzy. I am those people. If I
Uh,
see something, I will shove it in my mouth.
that's not even the worst of it. My twin got to his friend's house and then said, "Oh shit, I forgot the alcohol." Now, I didn't drink in high school. Uh, but thinking back, I mean, I don't know. I was fucking terrified of my dad. So it's like, oh no, I forgot my laptop charger. If I don't have a friend to give me a ride back, I just don't have a laptop. Thank you, Hack and Snack Doge, for the 3 months.
Love
Happy
your name.
September.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're a wonderful person too.
So
Um,
cute.
no. So if I was in that situation, first of all, I wouldn't bring alcohol to school. Second, I wouldn't drink super expired alcohol. Third, if I forgot it, it's gone. I like maybe next time. Shrug. No. My twin, in her wonderful, wonderful, infinite wisdom, said, "Oh, that's no big deal. I'll just call my dad and ask him to drop off the bag."
Oh my god. Like, no fucks given.
Yep. So my dad picks up the bag and it goes clink, 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 clink. There's a bunch of glasses hitting each other. And he goes, "What? Why is there glass clinking in this bag? What the fuck? That's suspicious. Did I break something? I hope I didn't break something." So he opens the bag and sees all of these themas with missing, faded labels, rust everywhere, smells terrible. He just sits down on the couch and sighs. And then calls up my twin. He says, "Olivia, I'm picking you up."
Oh my god.
And my twin's like, "Why? Did you find my bag? Just bring it over. That's all you need to do."
Oh my god.
And my dad's like, "I heard glass clinking when I picked it up. I opened the bag."
What just like, what did she even say to that? Like, what was she expecting?
"Why are you going through my stuff? That's an invasion of privacy."
I
To which my dad sighed once again and said, "I'm picking you up. You are grounded." To which my twin, threw a huge hissy fit, refused to tell him the address, and stayed out the entire weekend to avoid my dad.
Jesus Christ.
And as far as I know, to this day, my twin still says that my dad was in the wrong.
What
This
the
is the
fuck?
kind of shit my twin holds against my family.
It's
Whenever
like,
I get into an argument with my twin looks at me and says, "Well, you've never cared about me. You
what
tried to
the fuck?
kill me and take my nutrients in the womb."
As you should have.
And the only reason that they say this is because I'm taller than them.
Holy shit.
My
Like, as a
twin
short person, that's kind of understandable.
in
How dare
kindergarten,
you?
my twin talked to an older girl at school, and this older girl was under the misconception that she was going to Hawaii. And my twin was like, "I want to go to Hawaii." So my twin rode the bus home with her and hid under her bed for fucking 9 hours
What?
until the police were called.
Jesus Christ.
I have
I
so many more stories about
people
my
touch the brain
twins.
cells in the womb.
My
Just
twin is
saying.
the stupidest fucking motherfucker I've ever met. Like, there's this shitty dam in one of the towns near us.
Yeah.
Like, the
Yeah.
town sucks. And the dam, it's a dam. it's pretty deep, so people go swimming. Except the water isn't treated, so it's filled with like bacteria and gross shit. My twin had open leg surgery.
Oh, oh God, no.
Still on crutches, still wearing the little booty, no cast, but the little booty, and said, I'm going swimming.
Hey, why would you
So
do
we,
that?
so we went swimming in this dam, and then our dad drove a half hour up wherever, picked us up. And on the way back home, my dad's like, what is that smell? You guys like bring a dead squirrel with you? And then my dad pulls over
Smell for
and
rotting flesh.
looks at my twin and then looks at my twin's leg. And it is literally green and smells necrotic. To which my
Oh my
dad
God.
says, what did you dipshits do all day? And my twin was like, oh, we just went swimming in the dam.
Oh my God. How are you still alive? Like the two of you? Just like straight up. How?
I swear to God, I took all of the fucking like self-awareness in our childhood. Like we are so different, the two of us. Like I'm like kind of meek and anxious and like I don't really ask for much. Like I'm the type of person to go, "Oh no, I've been stabbed. Let me walk to the hospital or drive myself so I don't inconvenience anybody." My twin is like the fucking pinnacle of humanity, deserves everything. And whenever they make a mistake, they blame everybody but themselves. Like they bought this fucking back when the 1080 was the peak of video game graphics. They bought a 1080 somehow. Got it for really cheap. Except their computer power supply would not support it.
Oh no.
So for those of you who don't know, if you look at a graphics card, there are like specific power not there's specific power connectors that you have to plug into the GPU for it to work. First of all, my twin installs it, doesn't plug in any power. Computer doesn't post. And so they call my dad, they're freaking out. And my dad explains, well, you checked the wattage of your power supply, right? And your computer run it. My twin's like, totally, totally, totally. After hours and hours of troubleshooting, because troubleshooting over the phone, terrible. After hours and hours of troubleshooting, we found the problem. Their power supply did not have the right kind of GPU power connector for the 1080.
I'm wondering how she got it in the first place.
Don't know. So now I'm not a very smart person. I know a little bit about computers. So if I had that problem, I would do some research. And I would probably buy a new PSU for the build. Something I learned somewhat recently is all of those like power cables. So if you ever buy a modular power supply, that means that all of the cables come with it, but they're not connected. So you only plug in what you need. Super useful, great for cable management. All of those cables are specific to the power supply. So I can't take a SATA power cable for my EVGA bronze and use it for my Rosewill platinum. Doesn't work like that.
As someone who doesn't know shit about computers, I was just like, I like your funny words. I plugged the thing into the hole.
So my
I
twin
hate
goes,
filling
oh,
holes.
well, power doesn't fit. So they go look on the internet, and their conclusion is, oh, well, I'll just buy an adapter.
Is that how it actually works?
Rin, have you been to a different country?
Yeah, I did for the first time recently. I
Have
went to
you bought
Canada.
a cheapo, um, like plug-in adapter?
Oh, oh God, no! Is that what she did?
So here's what you're supposed to do. Wattages are very specific in other countries. So you can't just like, get a fucking three-prong to curvy bitch fucking European standard. No, you need like a wattage converter. You know, it's just the way other countries are. Um,
We're the coolest. We had the funny case in our
GPUs
outfit.
and power supplies are very specific. You remember earlier how I said that those power supply cables don't work with other power supplies? Imagine what
Oh,
would happen if you used an adapter. Well,
did you get
that's
a fire?
that's fine. Where's the adapter from? Ami Ami or whatever that website's called.
Oh no, Ami, owner of my wallet.
So it takes 4 months to get this adapter. My
Did it even
twin,
work?
my twin is bitching the entire time because they're like, "Why is it taking so long?" I'm so confused.
What?
The adapter eventually magically shows up. It exists, everybody.
It actually exists?
So my twin's super excited. They boot up the computer, or they hook it up. They plug it into the computer, and it doesn't post.
4 months of being edged?
So if you were in that situation, Ren, what would you do?
I would cry a lot and ask why the gods have cursed me. And then I
If
would like lick my
I was
notebook.
in that situation, I would probably also feel bad. So I don't know if you guys have like owned a built computer. Whenever I get a fucking computer issue that I can't solve in an hour, my life is over. I want to fucking die.
I mean,
Like,
you
oh
do.
no, I don't know why my computer doesn't post. I've done everything. I've reseated the RAM, etc., etc. I don't know what to fucking do. I'm gonna cry. Like my old motherboard had this audio issue that I still haven't fixed to this day. So I get the feeling, and so I tend to like internally hate myself. My twin though,
Oh no. Oh no.
3 in the morning, my dad wakes up to a phone call. You broke my fucking computer, you piece of shit.
What the fuck?
Huh? What are you talking about? Well, I bought that adapter you told me to buy. What adapter? The one for my GPU. I didn't tell you to buy an adapter. Well, my computer isn't turning on. You broke it.
What the fuck?
So my dad sighs, grumbles a little as he does, and starts the wonderful world of troubleshooting.
Uh,
Hardware troubleshooting. Well, let's take out the GPU and put it into another machine, see if it works. Oh, well, I don't have another machine. Okay. Um, take out your RAM and reseat the RAM. Okay, I did that. Now, I'm going to have an aside. I've fucked up some computers in my time. There was at one point where I didn't realize that RAM was not like reversible. Like you
is that the
couldn't,
thing you download?
huh? Yeah, that's the one you
RAM.
download. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that it had to go in a specific orientation. Like you couldn't do this way or flipped upside down. And I broke a RAM stick and a RAM slot on my computer
So
when I
RAM
was
is so good.
11. This was DDR2 RAM before anybody's time.
Okay, so
Um,
random thing, but when I was that age too, I just got handed a stack of RAM and I just
mhm,
started shoving it in my mouth.
mhm.
Like,
Dude,
what
I
the
go over
heck?
to my parents' house and I'm like, hey, girlfriend, you want to look at some DDR1 RAM? Look, it's fucking 256 meg RAM. Isn't this cool? It's cute.
No, like my stepdad literally just handed me a stack of RAM and just like, have fun, kiddo. And I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And I'm just like, it tastes yummy.
So after a couple hours of troubleshooting, because over the phone troubleshooting sucks,
Oh god.
especially when you're explaining stuff to people that just don't know what they're doing. My dad goes, "All right, your power supply. You've already unplugged and replugged in everything. What's the power supply?" And my twin's like, "Oh, it's whatever." They bought a pre-built like Alienware or something. And they list off the fucking power supply. And my dad's like, "How much RAM do you have? What's your CPU?" You do know that your PSU is not strong enough to support this graphics card, right? Like it's like 500 and it requires like 700. And my twin gets so fucking pissed. And they're like, "Well, you didn't tell me that. Why didn't you tell me that?"
What the fuck?
And my dad pulls up the fucking text thread and sends a screenshot of him explicitly stating, "Make sure it works. Make sure it's compatible."
Oh my god.
And
Did
my
she just get even more upset at it?
she hung up the phone and refused to talk to my dad for 2 years
2 years?
because of his abuse.
What the fuck?
There was a similar situation where my twin was like calling my dad and they were like, "Dad, give me a code for Windows." And my dad's like, "I'm not made of Windows keys.
Wait, what? This is news to me.
You have to buy one." And so my twin was like, "Whatever." They joined the National Guard and got like a huge like check, and they literally wasted every fucking dollar on bullshit,
Oh
including
god.
like simping for streamers. It's really fucking sad. Um, so they talked to my dad and they're like, "So, what's the difference between Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Pro and Windows blah blah blah?" And my dad's like, "Doesn't fucking matter. The only thing you need to keep in mind is not to buy Windows 10S. It might not even been Windows 10. It might have been Windows 8S. I don't remember. Uh,
There was an S version?
I'm going the what?
There was an S version?
Yeah, you know what S stands for, right? Super special.
Oop. Does it come with like a side of soup?
Uh, and my dad said, "Whatever it is, just don't install this one." My twin said, "Okay." And then they found a Windows that they wanted. Why is my mom calling me? I hope she's not listening to me stream. Jesus. Uh, they bought a Windows. And then 3 days later, they're calling my dad and they're like, "Dad, what the fuck? How do I install Chrome?
What?
I download Chrome and the exe doesn't open." And so my dad does what he always does. Sighs, grumbles, and he sits down either outside with a cigarette or inside with his head in his hands, runs his hand through his hair and says, "All right, talk to me. Explain what's going on." So my twin and my dad hash this out over the next half hour. And then eventually my dad goes, "Do me a favor and go into this computer settings. Tell me what Windows version you're running." And
Oh
my
no.
twin goes, "Oh, well, Windows 10S. My dad sighs again, pulls out his fucking eighth cigarette of the conversation and goes, I told you not to pick that one. Windows 10s is the tablet version of Windows that is locked down, where you can only install programs from an app store. It has no power user ability at all. You can't install exes. You can't do anything you would like to do with Windows. So you guys all know my twin by now. What'd they do?
How many years? How many years?
Oh no. There's one thing before.
Oh no. Oh no.
How fucking dare you? You never told me not to buy this version of Windows.
Did your dad have screenshots?
No, because it was over a conversation. Thank you
Oh
for
my
the follow,
God.
Tamu VT. So, of course, they didn't talk to my dad for 8 months only. And this is the common theme with my twin.
Only 8 months? That's not even a baby. That's like a
I
preemie.
know. I've gone 8 months without talking to my parents. You know a fun correlation I noticed? My dad noticed it too. Everybody in my family noticed.
What is it?
Hold up.
I'm in danger.
8 months after they fucked up and installed the wrong version of Windows, which I think my dad offered to buy them a new version because you cannot get refunds. My twin got a 1080.
Oh my God.
The only reason they talked to my dad again so soon was because they needed help. One last story about my twin. They were moving from a city to another city that was 4 hours away. My twin does not have friends. I wonder why.
It's a
Any
mystery.
any friends they have are like unemployed, emotionally manipulative trans people. Like every time we get an update from them, they're like, "Yeah, my old girlfriend tried to murder me," which I'm not one to talk in that situation, but whatever.
Mood though.
So my twin is like, "Okay, Sunday or Monday night, Dad, I need your help moving." My dad says, "Okay." And he goes and takes his or goes to I don't remember if he took his truck or if he rented a U-Haul or something. Takes the truck and shows up at my twin's apartment. And because my dad's an asshole, and by asshole I mean he's being old, pulled out his phone and called my twin. "Are you gonna come out here? Hurry up." Which my twin says, "Oh, I'm home. Yeah, come out here." No, I mean like down like 4 hours away home. Just load up my shit and come down here.
What the fuck?
And so my dad ran his hands through his hair, sighed, grumbled a little bit, smoked his fourth cigarette of the day,
Oh my.
and did it. And finally got home after fucking 3 in the morning.
Every
My
time
twin
you
didn't
bring
give
up
them
your
gas money.
twin,
My
like
twin didn't give them, like, my twin didn't buy them food. My dad bought them food.
I'm just imagining every time that your twin contacts your dad again, the local like gas station like rejoices in the increase of cigarette sales.
Oh, my dad's a chain smoker regardless. especially
Oh,
back when my mom was really sick.
a little spike.
By the way, all of these stories happened when my mom was like peak sickness.
Oh
So he
god.
had to deal with that too. There was a while ago where uh my twin called my dad. That's a surprise. Rin, why in the world would my twin call my dad?
Huh. It's a mystery.
Hey, Azzy, I was looking for a good bit, but the story reminds me of my ex-friend. It's really funny because I had a friend, because my twin plays Final Fantasy, and I had a friend, and they were talking about Final Fantasy, and they started shit-talking this person, and then they said their Final Fantasy username, and I'm like, oh my god, that's my twin, fuck. Anyway, um, what story was I fucking telling? Oh my god. Oh,
I
right.
gotta go hop out.
My twin called my dad. You're gonna hop out? We're almost
Yeah,
done.
I'm sorry. Oh,
All
I
right.
can stay for a bit longer.
Let's go fight the boss. My twin called my dad. Obviously, as we all know. Um, it's because my twin needed something. They needed new tires for their car. And my dad, unironically, offered to buy them tires for their car. And the only thing they had to do in exchange was come visit my mom after she got better.
My god. Like, that's so reasonable though.
You know how much tires are?
They're expensive.
$500 for like 3 hours of time. And they screamed that they were being abused.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Like, people like this have no idea what like being abused is like. It's just like, what the
Mm.
fuck?
Let me DM you something really quick. Okay. Anyway,
Hey, what if I like eliminated your twin and like became your new
Rin,
twin?
my eyes. No, I really am here. What you're seeing isn't an illusion. Maya? You're Maya, aren't you? You're wrong again. I'm the original Eve. Original? Eve? What do you mean? This is day 1 of Parasite Eve, Lamau. Or day 2?
Oops, all Eves.
Like, literally nothing's happened yet, so she has no idea. The mitochondria of Melissa was transplanted from this young body. Hans Clamp gave my cornea to you, and after giving the kidney to Melissa, continued to culture my liver cells in order to study the original me. As Melissa's body was giving birth to the ultimate being, I made my nest here. Just in case Melissa or the ultimate being failed, at least the purebred would survive.
I
Then
love bread.
your
Like
body's
pure bread. Like nothing else on it, just plain.
this body belongs to your sister. Been cultured from the real thing. No, that's not true. Why did the body not age at all?
Wait, cultured like sourdough, right? That's full of culture.
God, I wish you were white so I could make a joke.
Half white. You can make
God, I
half a
wish
joke.
you. Yeah, but still, it doesn't hit as hard. Want to chat with your sister? What? Who? Who are you? Maya, me. You. How do you know my name? Mom and Dad. Where's Aya? Are you really Maya? I was in the car with Mom and Dad, and then my body got really hot.
Menopause? Like speed menopause?
No, you've missed the entire plot of everybody catching fire because the power generation of the mitochondria makes them catch fire. Where am I? I have to go home. I have to. Aya's waiting for me. I'm here, Maya. By the way, Maya and Aya. Oh, really quick complaint. I read a garbage manga the other day, and there were twins, Maya and Mia. And I swear to God, the manga was terrible. And then the twin cest happened, and I got even more upset. God,
Oh
fuck.
my God.
I was so mad. It's getting hot again. Maya. Tim, I'm gonna fucking ban you. Apologize and tell me psych. Say psych in the chat. All caps. Right now.
I got my Glock out.
Fuck, I wish I was using my old model because that model has a gun. Maya, answer me. Sorry to break up the reunion. Eve? Did you have a nice time reminiscing? You challenging me? A purebred?
Red.
Just remember, body belongs to your sister. Oh, look, that's the form you take when you're in liberation mode. That's actually really cool.
Bark? Oh my God, look at those hands. It's made for hugging. Or is that like just like extra little
Those are
arm
wings,
sashes?
baby.
She drank a Red Bull? Has this all been because of the Red Bull epidemic?
Ow. Let's do... I don't know if I want to do haste or gene heal. I don't think we need haste. This is more than the final boss. This is this. Oh, that's fucked up, dude. Too bad I can't be paralyzed, you fuck.
Oh, the worst enemy.
I actually think that this is like super cool when like the final boss is like, I'm you from another dimension, or I'm you, I look like you because XYZ. Ow. It's
a lot of bullets. Like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, this handgun has a mag of 60. Also, it fucking spreads like a shotgun. Yo, shout out to Zelda 2. Damn it, what?
Would you shoot a child?
Do you remember that Predator remake where they said that the Predator was super strong because it had autism? Dude, I wish I was kidding. Oh, fuck no, don't heal. What the hell? It healed for 1,000?
It's a lot of healing.
Ow. That killed me twice. I instantly died twice. You know, my armor's so good that I only take damage when I get hit by the instant kill. Stop healing! I'm surprised that my retaliate didn't hit them. So, I just want to remind everybody how overpowered my weapons are. Oh, I'm paralyzed anyway. This sucks.
It's like me in real life. Why are there so many children? Jesus Christ!
Good fucking question.
Like, this is a special form of hell with all these kids.
We're gonna need to do collaboration streams more.
We do. I'm finally back home.
I'm looking to do more collaboration streams. I have a friend who's playing through Nier Replicant right now, and they got to the Forest of Myth. And I warned them about the Forest of Myth. Do you remember Forest of Myth?
I need to play Replicant. Like, it's
all right.
game.
So Forest of Myth is the first of the text adventure game sections.
Oh god, there's a text adventure game?
Have you never played Nier?
Not Replicant.
Did you play Gestalt?
Literally, my childhood dream was to play.
Weird childhood dream, to be honest.
I have daddy issues.
Dude, I'm sorry. Nier Gestalt is fucking creepy. So the main character gets shipped with Kaine. Kaine is 17, but when they localized Gestalt, they were like, all right, we'll age her up to 20. Meanwhile, Nier is like, meanwhile, that healed for 5,000!
Wait, is Gestalt the one where, because like, so all I had was this Game Informer article, and like, I always searched for the game. But it just said like
it's called Nier.
Sick daughter, and
my dad
trying to find a cure. Oh my god!
What? I don't know what healed me. Oh, so before I got hit. Oh my fucking god! Why are my parents calling me? Second. They're calling me about a couch. Like, what the fuck?
Couch.
Anyway, earlier I got hit and immediately healed by using a medicine 4, or full recover, I guess. These times I got hit and actually died. So, Gene Heal will be useful. Also, look how slow it's filling up despite only using Gene Heal twice.
A nice leisurely pace.
Alright, hold on. I need to go AFK really quick. One sec, hon. That was an interesting interaction. My dad called me to tell me one of my patients died because I don't have my work phone right now. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, I'm surprised, incredibly. Like, what the fuck? He was fine the last time I saw him. It's normal. Anyway, the forest, so I guess since you haven't played Nier, did you play Automata?
Yeah, yeah. I actually cosplayed two.
Okay. So there is a text adventure game section in Automata. But there is 6 of them in Replicant and Gestalt. Which, by the way, Gestalt's creepy because the dad is like 45 and the person he's shipped with is
Oh
20.
God.
Yeah, it's really creepy. Also, at one point, he's like, ito ore wa tomodachi, or something like that. He's like, well, we're friends now. And he says this to a fucking 9-year-old and a 20-year-old. And it's the creepiest, most anime bullshit ever. And the fact that he's 40 fucking years old is like, this is stupid. But everyone's like, oh, but daddy Nier's so much better. Ooh. Like, it's literally such an afterthought that the time skip that happens in the game, he basically doesn't change at all. They give him an eye patch. And that's it. Anyway, so since you've played, can I shoot the other one? I can't. I just have to fucking keep shooting. All right, cool. We did. There is a text adventure sections that are hours long, no voice acting, just reading. And my friend was coming up on the first one, which A, they skipped half of, which I didn't know you could do, and B,
What?
I tried to warn them, like, hey, you're going to be reading for like 2 hours. I will help you read if you'd like. And they were like, no, it's fine. And then 5 minutes into the first one, they were like, this sucks. So I'm going to, at weapon point, force my friend to save them from death. Because, oh my God, those sections are so long. Anyway, Maya's dead.
Oh no.
Nothing wrong with a 40-year-old being friend with a 9-year-old kid, unless he's really creepy. Do you need to read it for gameplay? Yes, it's required. That's fine normally, but a lot of the intimacy that you have with your party members feels a little weird when it's like a 45-year-old dude. The romance between a 18-year-old, or what is it, 16-year-old and the 17-year-old seems a little better than the other one.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Like, the voice acting is fine and all that fun stuff, but I just don't like the dad Nier. I don't understand why everybody
I
overhypes
like
it.
the MILF or DILF, but I prefer MILFs, but I like DILFs too. But like I thought that the game was just about a guy trying to cure his daughter, like Dead Rising or whatever.
You mean Dead Rising? Ooh, cough. Yeah, so in Nier Gestalt,
Oh.
it's I need to cure my daughter. And in Nier Replicant, it's I need to cure my sister, and that's it. That's the only difference. In one year dad, in 1 year brother. That's it. There's a cooler model for the brother.
But
And
DILFs?
different. Well, he's not even like a DILF. He looks like a fucking leather bag.
I mean, don't judge me, Azzy.
Judging you so hard.
It only makes me stronger.
My. Oh yeah, and the only reason they made Gestalt is because they're like, there's not gonna be a little boy saving his sister story that sells well. Which, to be fair, the last time we had a boy trying to save his sister story, she killed herself because she couldn't fuck her brother. So, rug.
What game is this?
The game before Nier.
Ah, Dragon Guard?
Yeah. Did you not know
I
that?
have not played Dragon Guard.
Yeah, Kaim, everyone's favorite mute child murdering fuck, needs to save his sister who's like a priestess. And then you show up and save her finally. And it's really funny. In the English release, she's like, "Please, brother, embrace me." And he turns away in disgust and she kills herself. And it's
What
like,
the
what?
fuck?
By the way, are Risk of Rain and Heavy Rain related? No. One is a roguelike and the other one is bad. Yeah, no, Kaim is okay. Your party members in Drakengard 1 are unironically a murderer sociopath who, when faced with children running away, not attacking him, he intentionally murders every single one of them. A known offending pedophile, a mom whose kids died, so she turned into a cannibal that exclusively devours children, and the worst one of them all, an annoying 7-year-old. And a bald dude.
It just sounds like a JRPG party.
Yeah. And then your best friend wants to fuck your sister, but your sister
I
only wants
mean,
you. So
just
in
sounds like regular life.
yeah, so in the Japanese version, instead of her going, "Brother, please embrace me," she's like, "Oni-chan, please love me like a real woman," or some shit. "Please
Oh my
see
god.
me as you would a regular woman," or something. And he's like, "Incest? I ain't about that. I've got children to murder." Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, we do canonically see Kaim have sex, except it's with dragon.
And what's the problem with this? This sounds like the dream.
Um, I don't know. It's an awkward situationship. Yeah, Yoko Taro's fucking weird. I'm just gonna say the quick version of the story. The reason why he makes everything depressing is because his one job was to kiss a girl, and then he kissed a girl, and then had nothing to live for. That's why everything he writes is depressing. Anyway, it's getting hot again. No, not again. Oh, and I want to remind everybody, if you want to play Nier, the Replicant re-release is fine, but there is additional content. All of it is fucking terrible. All of it. Every single instance of new content infinitely like makes the game worse retroactively. I have awakened. What? What's this voice? It's coming from within my body. The time has finally arrived. No, you can't be. Eve? A little while ago, Maya's body had the most evolutionary form of mitochondria.
Powerhouse
But
of the
now,
cell?
your mitochondria has surpassed Maya's. I am now the highest form of mitochondria ever present. They're competing? That's what evolution is all about. Survival of the fittest, huh? Humans are the same. All knowledge and technology. See, it's all about competition. In war, you use that knowledge and technology to determine who will survive. It's the same in the animal kingdom. They tear their prey apart. Stop it! Impossible. We have survived war. Time has come for us to be released. Stop. Don't interfere. What? Are there others too? Other than you and I? No! Maya? This place belongs to me and Aya. You're not going to interfere. I won't let you. No! The evolution of your nucleus is... Go home. I have to go. Above all, I had no... Go home. So it seems. He's waiting. Losing consciousness. Azzy is waiting, or Aya is waiting. She's waiting for me. Oops. My body back to normal before Eve ever came along. Before I came to have all of that power. I've been waiting. Always been waiting for you to come home with Mom. I've always been looking for the other me. You've always been with me, haven't you? Always.
Oh
All
my
this
god.
time. Let's go home, Maya. Let's go back for good. What?
Insert disc 2?
All right, hold up. I didn't know there was a disc 2 portion.
Oh shit. Also, Azzy, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
You're fine. If you're like up by the time I'm done, I'll raid you.
Heck yeah, no. Like I'll be a minute. But how do you put a disc in your PC?
Shut
Where's
up!
the
It's a
disc?
PS1. I don't know what you're talking about.
What the fuck is a PS1?
I mean, you just open the disk drive and put a new one in.
Yeah, thank you for letting me torment you. I would
Anytime.
like to drink a forbidden soup, but I'll see you later.
See you later. Um, please tell me the game didn't crash. If it crashed, I'm just gonna pull up a YouTube video. Hmm. Crashed. Tell me this is a long play. Seems like it. Okay, we're gonna skip till after the fight. Is there nothing? Is that it? That literally it? Is there like, hold on. Please tell me this is like not a let's play. Okay, it looks like it's just, why does it make you go to disc 2 for credits so it can reuse the ones from the like actual ending? Please insert disc 2, you insert disc 2 and then credits. Is there a post-credit stinger? So there is in the normal game, and it's like the silliest post-credit stinger I've ever seen. Technically, this is the true end, but it like hardly matters because Parasite Eve 2 does something completely different. And then Parasite Eve 3, oh my goodness. 3. So it's what? Just the, well, that's interesting. That's less than I thought, to be honest. There were only 2 games. Here's the thing. I'm totally down to play the third birthday for 2 reasons. First of all, We love shit talking games. Second of all, that game's kind of fun in a weird way. My only problem with that game is you need to clear it like 400 times to get all the content. Except on the bright side, I think all of the quote content is just like, here's spoilers for Third Birthday. You play a fucking 7-year-old. And all of the content is like, here is a bunny suit for the 7-year-old. Here is a fucking swimsuit for the 7-year-old, and it's just a bunch of that garbage. So it's not even that big deal. Anyway, that's it. Short stream. We finished it. God damn it. Finally.